Why, thank you guys. I sort of I made these actually. Well, I made them, but they were all pieces at the craft store. So I didn't like make the paper, but I made them. How fun is that? Okay, so I told Joe that one of the fun things is to really look back at our last 7 days and bring to our family where we were able to use our Mary Kay vehicle to bless somebody. So I thought that would be really fun. Sometimes we say, let's start with a crow, and we haven't done that in a while, but this is sort of a twist on a crow. And Jamie, you're still going to share your crow, but I'm going to just start because sometimes we forget how magical it is when we step out and we bless another person thanks to our Mary Kay. And so that's what we wanted to start with that. And I'm just going to say I was traveling and I went and got my breakfast at we were staying at one of the Marriotts, and I appreciated the gal who was helping me. And she was not the receptionist, the front office clerk. And then I walked away and God's like, hello, go give her a gift. So I turned back around and I said, may I give you a small gift? And she said, that would be amazing. I said, have you ever heard of Mary Kay? And she said, I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. She just was so filled with joy that somebody would take the time to come back and to sort of talk with her, to give her a little something as an appreciation. And I'm so excited to set up our virtual together this week. So that is something that really allowed me to know that I'm changing lives and I'm making a difference. So who might want to share from this past week how they were able to use their Mary Kay to really bless somebody and make a difference in somebody's life? Go, Amy.
I just wanted to say, like, I had a customer that she's already a customer, but we got her started on the clinical solutions, and she wasn't quite as expecting to see the results that she was. And she was excited because she's actually going to be moving to South Carolina. And she's been here for a good while and we've gotten to be really good friends. And she's like, I don't want to lose you. So I felt blessed that I could tell her that, you don't have to lose your consultant just because you're moving to a different area or territory or state, or, as long as it's in the US territories, we're still good. So I got to bless her with some samples and to let her know that, and that we could continue our journey. And she's really excited about doing her clinical solutions in that aspect. So it wasn't a new person, but blessing in a different way.
Oh, that's awesome. Go Dee. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Amy.
I completely forgot about this. So I called up my friend Kelly. I've known her since high school. And I sent her a sample, a little care package. But before I did that, she's like, I have been feeling very isolated. And I'm like, what? Because she posts a lot of videos of her dancing. And I'm like, what are the videos? She's like, oh, those are old videos because I'm just posting whatever I have. I'm like, oh, so you haven't been able to hang around anybody. She's like, yeah, I'm pretty alone. I'm like, girl, you need to okay, we need to set up a girl session where we can all just party. And I'm like, what would you like for your or what would you like? I want to make you feel better. So I gave her an eyeshadow because, I just you're my girl and I don't want you to feel alone and I want you to feel connected somehow. So yeah, I had a really nice moment doing that. Just connecting. And I know that's what Mary Kay would want to do too.
It's awesome.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you, Dee. Okay, anybody else? Oh, go Christine. Miss Sparkler.
I had a crazy week, and I was, how sometimes you get in a hurry and you grab something off your shelf and you're like, that's what it is. It's always there. So you expect it to be there when you grab it. Well, I did that for a customer, except it was the wrong product entirely. And she's like, is this the right product? It doesn't look the same. And I was like, well, maybe they just changed the packaging, send me a picture. And I had completely oopsed that one. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'll bring over the right one. I brought her the right one. And I was went above and beyond, and I threw in like an older lip gloss that I still had for her in a shade that I knew she would love.
Okay.
And she's like, "Oh, you didn't have to do that." And I said, "I oopsed, and I'm owning up to that. So this one's on me." And she was very appreciative because she's like, "I've actually been looking for a new lip gloss and I wasn't sure." And she's like, "I like this color, so I'm sure it's going to be amazing."
I love it. You always have great stories, by the way. And to see that you ooped, I feel like, oh, okay, Christina's human. She might be Captain America every other day, but today she is human. You guys, I have one more that Joe, do you have one? Because you were smiling. I don't want to cut you off.
I mean,
okay, go.
I don't know if you guys know this, but I volunteer at the Phoenix Dream Center, and I work with the women who are victims of human trafficking. And one of the things I use my business for, my sales, is anytime a new girl comes in, she automatically receives a skincare set that's appropriate for her skin and a foundation. And then as they go to class and they do production hours and things like that, and I wish I had one right here to show you, but they get what's called MK bucks. And they buy their Mary Kay with their MK bucks. And if you're a graduate or you're working full time and you're still living at the Dream Center, you don't have the opportunities to earn the bucks. So I let them earn up to 25 bucks a month, but they have to, y'all know I'm all about accountability. They have to turn in their accountability sheet that says they worked or they went to school or, you know, why they were not in class to get their bucks. And one of the graduates just wrote me the sweetest note and on her accountability. And she said, you know, Miss Joanna, I know you don't have to do this. And I just so appreciate this. And, you know, after I got clean from all the drugs and everything, you know, this has really made a difference in my skin. And even when I leave the Dream Center, I'm going to continue to budget so that I can always get my Mary Kay. And, you know, you make me feel pretty every single day. And I'm like, it's just a vehicle. And you know, it's just a vehicle. That's all it is. But what an amazing thing to be able to do for those girls. And, you know, so that it was just, yeah. And she, you know, and they always say thank you and stuff like that. But, and the new girls will come in and they're like, I get what? And I'm like, yep. So don't leave. I take it back. It was really cool to get that note. And that's something that Andrea is going to be training on. She and I are going to be training on a little bit tonight. We're going to be talking a little bit about the power of the handwritten note, because there is a power to that. I actually have a note on my desk right here. This is from Andrea. My nickname for her is Dre Babe. And it's just a little note that says grateful. And I save all her notes. And I turned my lighting back around to work at my desk and forgot to switch it back. But I was looking at my pictures and so many of my cards, my little thank you cards that are decorative are from Andrea, or they're from the company, or they're from consultants, and they're just cute little note cards. And that's part of my decoration. It's just, you know, just knowing that, you know, you just have that little bit of influence in someone's life. It really does make a difference.
I'm pulling all the cards, as you say. I've got all of like Christina D and all the cards are right here. I love it.
I do the same thing, Joe. She sends amazing cards. I'm just putting that out there.
Oh, well, I'm going to finish this section by just saying I have been using the birthday script that we were encouraged to use from the Ignite, the January Ignite. And I thought this was going to be just helpful because I reached out to somebody who I actually know, but haven't had as a Mary Kay customer. And this is what she said after I had said, hey, a little birdie told me this. I'm using the script, which is all in the units. And I said, hey, how are you? A little birdie, haha, Facebook told me it was your birthday. Yay. So I entered all of my Facebook friends with February birthdays into a drawing. And guess what? And then she said, hey, I'm doing great. Had a fun birthday. And then I said, and I told her what she earned. And she said, oh, I haven't used Mary Kay in a long time. I've been loving my Abaji products and really, really like them. And I think a lot of times when people say that, do you ever feel like dead in the water? Okay. So if you happen to feel like, oh no, what would I do with that? I just want to encourage you. We had over an hour facial because we had so much fun catching up. First of all, she is my next hostess. Super excited about what's new with Mary Kay, but this is what I said. Well, then you totally owe it to yourself to check out what's new and fun. If you love what you are using, great. But what if you could buy another pair of shoes with a savings, or a new lip gloss, an amazing mascara, or even our hydrogel eye patches? Why don't we just do a Fab Five appointment and you can get a $20 shopping spree? I said, try it again treat from me. It's only 5 minutes. So even though I was only talking for 5 minutes, Mary Kay, we talked about everything else. She booked a party. She was like, huh, I'm not working right now. She actually retired from the military. And that relationship has been renewed, you guys. And so I just want to encourage you. We make money with Mary Kay, but that's not why we stay. That doesn't give us dangling star prizes and dangling earrings. Those are great, but what really intrinsically moves us is when we know we're making a difference in people's lives. And we are doing our Mary Kay, not because we're ever forced to, it's because we can't wait to bless somebody else. Agree? And I'm so proud of you because I think that you all know that. So that's what I wanted to open up tonight's session with. So thank you, Joe. I think there was one more thing you told me I was supposed to do. What was it?
Hang on.
What was the other thing?
This.
Hello? Welcome. I guess I'm welcoming you to our February 22nd. Today's my son's 21st birthday. I'm only 12. No, I did not start when I was 12. Thank you very little. But it is great to know that I do not look like I have a 21-year-old. And really, when you can understand that your words create your future, you guys, I'm just going to throw this out there because I think people come into your life for a huge reason. And this last couple of weeks, a couple of things happened in my life and really had me wake up to some Deb Erickson training, some of my landmark education training, that your words create your future, and how I've been a little bit lazy with exactly declaring what I'm going for, how I am making it happen, and being somebody that is truly, as this book, see, these are the books that I've had on my shelf, but I hadn't picked up. The Energy Bus is one of the best that I want to encourage all of you. But one of the things that I realize is I've been very cautious with my words, but I haven't been declaring my goals and really looking with intention. And when you start to do that, your energy shifts, and people follow energy. They don't follow if you have the right words. So your words: win, overcome, realize your dreams, dream out loud, and see your vision. There's real power, absolute power. And I recommend John Gordon, the Energy Bus author. So dreams are dedicated, dreams will create, you can create your dreams when you have that dedication, the responsibility, the education, the attitude, and the motivation. You guys, you can choose your attitude. So at any moment that we stop realizing that relationship and that conversation I just had with that person, how can I get better at that? How can I grow my skill and challenge myself in my next position with Mary Kay? And the money continues to flow. The money continues to grow. And that's going to give you that joy inside that what you're doing is so much greater than just reaching your financial dreams. You're changing lives. So keep on doing that. Sorry, I didn't read any of that. All right. We all know today's a good reminder. Have you looked at your goal? We know, but are we doing? So there's so many things that sometimes we know all these things, but if we're not being it, we're not doing it, we won't have it. So please, please, please pull out that picture, remind yourself, remind your family, and then really let's break it down, because the joy of getting together with ladies, it's never going to change. We're always going to enjoy new relationships. And in the process, you get to be like Christine and have all these pieces of jewelry and be consistent and know that you're somebody who's making it happen. I'm so proud. Jamie didn't really share, but I am very proud on camera to say that Jamie killed it the last 24 hours with some sales. So we'll let you talk in a couple minutes. Am I supposed to give it over to you now, Joe?
No, you're doing great. Keep going.
Okay, you can keep going then. All right. January through March, we had a couple people make the January goal, which means they are on target, and we can't. Oh, here we go. They're over to the left. Marsha is on target. Jamie, Amy, Debbie, Christina Miller, Christine McKnight, Terry Skill, Andrea, and I'm sure that's Joe down at the bottom. I can't see. So way to go, everybody. And here's the thing, you guys. Even if you miss January, if you're like me, this is what I would do. I would say, Zajac, it doesn't matter if you missed January. You're going to make the next 3 months consistently and prove to yourself you can do it. Like, that's the kind of thing I would do. And then all of a sudden, Mary Kay launches a new promotion, and then you're already doing what it's going to take to do the next promotion. So keep on keeping on.
Love it. And I just want to give a shout out because there's a lot of consultants along with the fabulous Christine earning all this jewelry. I know Amy has been earning it. Jamie's been earning it. And so I'm very, very proud of you guys that you are just earning this jewelry. And I like wearing all my jewelry. It's fun. I don't have to make any decisions about my jewelry. Okay, so let's go into career path introductions. You guys, I did a shout out last week for Sayonara. She already has 4 personal team members this month. I think up to 3 are already Great Start qualified. She decided, I think on Friday night, that she's going to go to Brazil and she's going to go visit with her children for 7 days. And so she left Sunday morning. Saturday, she did a debut for a new consultant in Marietta, Georgia. And Sunday morning, she got on a plane and went to Brazil. So she'll be back next week. And that's what you can do when you have a career in Mary Kay. I love it. Okay, so we do have new people. We want to recognize Luce E. Marin, and she is part of Andrea Zajac's unit and Amanda Hargrove's team. Building, growing, love it. Touching lives, you guys. It's awesome. Here are all of our senior consultants. That has not changed since last week. Let me move this little bar out of the way so y'all can see all these amazing women. Our red jackets have not changed. You guys, I want this page to be 3 pages, okay? When we
so close.
For red jackets on March 8th, you guys, let's focus that everybody is going to be in a red jacket. Everybody. That's just how we're going to roll. That's it. That's just it. Okay, so get out your Spark forms and let's do some recognition and get some points. Yay! All right, here's your Spark form. Let's do this. Remember, every guest that you have on Monday night, Wednesday, winning Wednesday or Thursday night, it counts an extra 20 points this month. Counts an extra 10 points. I can't talk. Okay. So give yourself 10 points if you're alive. If you're on live, good. I keep getting messages from people. Jules is in a meeting, can't get out of it. Zulema's in the middle of a birthday dinner, can't get out of it. I'm like, that's the nice thing about the videos is you can watch the video. I got a message from Cecilia and it gave a whole recap of the Monday Night Live video. So she gets points for the week she missed. So don't forget that you can watch the video, but it's so much more fun if we see your face. Okay, 10 points for turning in your weekly accomplishment sheet for the week ending yesterday. And then of course, 10 points for every new face for this week. And remember, a new face is full circle, okay? It's full circle appointment. Goodie bags are awesome. That's great. You see how Andrea gave the receptionist at the hotel a goodie bag? That's great. Now, when she does the virtual appointment with her, then she would get her 10 points for her new face. Okay. All right. Want to do some big shout outs. Woo! Amy Paul. We're so excited. She's our queen of sales. $540 something week. Oh my word. And then Christine was so excited, had over a $100 week. So I am very, very proud of you ladies. Amy, you get 20 points, and Star Week, I'm just going to call it, give yourself 10 points, Christine, because that Star Week is awesome. Amanda Hargroves would be our Queen of the Week for sharing. And so the rest of it, we will do a week from tonight. So you guys, you've got to be tracking everything. Are you a firecracker? Are you a sparkler? Are you an igniter? Where are you? Okay, where are you going to land by the end of February? All right, this is super duper trooper important. So get out your notepad, okay? Get out your notepad, all right? I'm going to move this up here. You don't need to see the word announcements. I know this is such a pain. I don't know. Can y'all see? How low can you see on this sheet down here, Andrea? Can you see the last sentence that says things?
No,
you can't.
it blocks it.
Little bar thing does get in the way. Okay. All right. So in here it says earn 20 points for every guest. So I'm just going to give y'all 20 points for every guest you have. Every Sunday, turn in your weekly accomplishment sheet. Some of y'all do it on Saturday nights. I see that, and that's awesome. Mondays, of course, we have our Monday Night Live. So let's go through the next couple of weeks, okay? A week from tonight, or a week from yesterday is the last day of the month. You want to submit your weekly accomplishment for February recognition. You want to have your February squares. We're going to see that in a minute, your Spark form and your Power of 10. So have that all wrapped up by next week. If you're like, I haven't done anything, you can do amazing things in 7 days. Okay. You can do it. If you can grow a baby in 9 months, you can work a business in 7 days. Okay. March, in the month of March, here's something new we're going to add to Monday Night Live. Very excited about this. I am going to look for 4 to 5 consultants each week who are willing to do a 2 to 3 minute commercial video. We want you guys to start making your own videos. So it can be as easy as, hi, this is Joanna, and this isn't a Mary Kay product, but I just grabbed it. These are my Kendra Scott jewelry, and I earned this from Mary Kay, and it's just wonderful. And Kendra Scott's an amazing jewelry designer. Her mother was a Mary Kay sales director, and she built her business on the Go Give spirit of Mary Kay, and da-da-da-da, okay? Just real quick. So you're going to talk about, oh, here's a product. We're going to talk about a product. We're going to talk about what it does. We're going to talk about the power statements about it, how much it retails for, and then how whatever hostess program you're doing, how your customers can get it free or at a deep discount. Okay. So y'all might as well start signing up now. You just sign up with me. You send me the video and we will put it on. But you guys, I don't care how hokey they are. I don't care how unedited they are. It's practice. Practice, practice, practice. Okay. So I want y'all to let me know. Just message me either through Voxer or send me a text message and let me know that you're doing a video. Okay. And that starts in March. Okay. Starts next week. So a week from tonight is RECO night for February. And then 2 weeks from tonight is our customer appreciation night. Now, guys, the flyer is on Superstars Facebook page. It's on your Vibe Cloud cards that you get every Tuesday on email. Just copy and paste that flyer and start inviting your guests. Okay. We're going to have fun. We're going to have games. We're going to have giveaways, prizes, all that. But it's not any fun if we don't have any people on. So save the date right now. Tell your customers, save the date, get them involved in this. Huge. Then the week after that is the end of the third quarter, and we're going to be really celebrating who's finishing up their star on the 15th. You'll have until midnight that night, but if you can finish a day ahead of time, then we'll be celebrating you. And then, as y'all know, Winning Wednesdays is our marketing event. We have the flyer for that on both of the Facebook pages. Our Superstar Search is every Thursday, and then of course you always just want to stay on the Shipe Family Superstars and the Power of Pink feed, and just that way you kind of know what's going on. Okay, Andrea, you want to add anything in there?
There was something I was going to add. Now I can't remember what it was.
Okay, Tell me in a minute. All right. So this is your power of 10. This is due completed, turned in by the 3rd, but completed by a week from yesterday. So you guys, 10 marketing shares. 10 marketing shares with your director. Get 10 people on a call. Zulema did a marketing share call on Wednesday. She had 8 people on. I think she had more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She had 9 people on. Okay. Alice did one. It's so simple to do. So go ahead and knock those out. Then do your 10 appointments. Okay, it can be 1 phase, 2 phase, 3 phases, whatever. And then either 10 sets sold or a total of $1,000 sold. And you can do this in a month, but you could do it in the next week and really blow it out. And then your prize is going to be either $200 in retail product, or you can just go ahead and get the clinical solutions, which is a wash anyway. Okay. All right. February Square. So we haven't done this in a super duper long time. So I'm really excited to see how many of you guys are doing this and really tracking it. How many of y'all are doing it? How many of y'all are kind of tracking this? Okay, a couple of people, that's good. You could start tracking it right now. Start tracking it right now. And then of course that is also due by the 3rd for a prize. And we already talked about the beautiful necklace you can earn this month, and then the consistency earrings. And then Winning Wednesday. This is every Wednesday. And this is outside of what Andrea and I do. We are not in control of this. It's outside of what we do. Carrie Buskirk is going to be our guest speaker this week. It's going to be amazing. All you have to do is click in to the Zoom and send this link to your guest and just let them join your team. That easy. Okay. So simple. And then Superstar Search is every Thursday live on Shite Power of Pink. And that's super fun as well. So you can send people to that as well. And we do prizes. All they have to do is do comments. We do prizes and do drawings on Friday morning. Okay, so here's your flyer on March 8th. And I think this is a beautiful flyer. Andrea found a new flyer designer, and it's really, really beautiful. But y'all, this is so much fun. You can do it. Customer Appreciation Night, you can do it. So, I just want to let you guys know that this is going to be super fun. We're going to do a shout out in RECO to our Reds, and they're going to receive the new perfume as a gift. And so let's see who all can jump on. I would love to have 20. I'd love to have to go out and buy 20 of these fragrances to send to you guys. So let's make this happen.
Hey, Joe, Christine got hers in her mail. What do you think?
It's a nice scent, but it is not my scent. So I will save that for something special or someone special, maybe a star team member that joins.
I love it. I love it. I like it. I really like it. And I'm like a fragrance. I'm very critical about fragrance, but I like it. Okay, so our 3rd quarter star deadline is now in 3 weeks. Sorry, I forgot to change this slide. So make sure you're tracking that, especially if you are, oops, I'm jumping all over the place. If you are on target, Jamie, Sayonara, Amy, Christine, Marcia, and all the directors are on target right now with at least $1,200 in wholesale dollars in. But if you're not on target, don't worry. You can always sell star certificates. You could sell 20 $100 star certificates and be way above the game. So this is how you can be an all-star. If you have been a star consultant the first 2 quarters and your name is listed here, it shows you how many points you have so far and how close you are to earning one of these gorgeous bags by June 15th. But you have to be a 4-quarter star. So if you're on target for it, don't let it stop. Don't give up on this. You can do it. It is not that hard. Make up your mind. And if you haven't been a star the first 2 quarters, just like Andrea said earlier, just challenge yourself to it. Go ahead and be a star consultant March 15th and June 15th. Pick out your prize and reward yourself that way. These are all of our 1st quarter stars. And these, of course, are our 2nd quarter stars. We always want to recognize our stars because the Star Consultant Program is the wheels upon which the free car rides. So here's an example of a star certificate, and you can, do pretty much whatever you want to with it. But I really like the $125, and they only pay $100 for it. So, February is the month of love, and there is no reason why you can't contact people and say, love yourself this month. Get yourself a $125 gift certificate for only $100 and love yourself. Sell 20 of those and bam, you're done. Okay, I did a little extra work today just because I had workers here, and so I couldn't really go run errands or anything or go out and meet people. So I'm like, I'm going to figure out who's on target. So I was so impressed. These are the people who are already finished with Princess Court. Already. I was excited. I'm like, that is awesome. And look at these are all the people who are so stinking close. And a lot of you guys are really close as well. But these next 4 people, they are like that far away. So this goes until June 30th. So track it. You want to make sure that you don't miss this. I have a really good friend in Mary Kay. She's actually a director friend. She missed the Princess Court a couple of years ago by $100 wholesale because she forgot to track it. So even, everybody makes mistakes. Don't make the mistake. Track it. Okay. And then I gave myself a shout out because I already finished both. Okay. Your past does not predict your future or even your today. It is merely a learning experience that you can use to correct, amend, and grow from as you progress in life. Let's learn some stuff. You guys, this is amazing. I know we show y'all this almost every single week, but I want you guys to look at these numbers. Clinical solution clients. Take a picture of this and make sure that you are really focused on your clinical solution clients. This is a game changer because you cannot stop using it. Now, I've had a couple of y'all ask me about my journey with clinical solutions. And because I had used it right before the holidays, I did start with twice a week. But last week, which would have been my 3rd week, all of a sudden I started peeling. And it's not peeling like sheets of skin coming off. It's just little flakies. And so I actually just did it once last week. And that's the beauty of this program. I'm not locked in to go see an esthetician. I'm not locked in with a doctor that I'm paying $300, $400, $500 for these programs. I just took a step back myself and said, you know what? I'm just going to do it once this week. And then tonight I'll go back to twice a week. And so that's the beauty of it. They have choices, they have control, and that's how you sell the system. You have the control over the clinical solutions. Follow the directions and we will take you step by step. Okay. All right. So we're going to do a little bit of training now, and I'm going to try to make this so that you guys can actually see it. But I want you guys to take a picture of this page. And we're going to talk real quick about, I booked a party. Now what do I do? So Andrea, I'm going to let you take over here at this point. We got a lot of these ideas from Jennifer Bessaker because she did like $70,000 in sales in 6 months. So you listen to the people who are out there working. We can inspire you. We can pump you up. We can dangle prizes and carrots and all kinds of fun things to try to get you to work. But you know what moves me? Selling the product. And what moves me is training from people who are in the field doing it. So Andrea, can you talk a little bit about this page?
I can. Can I first jump backwards because the page with the gift certificates. So one of the things that I would personally do is if you haven't watched Jennifer Bessaker's class, I would highly put that, like I would do it tonight. I would stay up. I would wake up at 5 a.m. because, that to me, knowledge is everything. And I'm really excited. I want Dee to share in just a minute. But what I would really look at is utilizing this to encourage some of your hostesses. So who's on your chicken list? Why not reach out to your top 5 clients and tell them how, just like Jennifer Besticker had said, hey girl, you are one of my best customers. You are one of my best friends. You're my mom, and you've always been there for me. And I'm really trying to learn and master some of this Facebook virtual stuff. And I need to have a couple of hostesses. And so here's what is in it for you, you know, make me feel important. What's in it for me? That's what Mary Kay said. Everyone has 2 signs. And so of course, your goal is to be a star. So being able to say, hey, I'm really excited. You will earn $125 worth of Mary Kay product for only $100 by sharing 5 friends on a Facebook Live. And I do all the work. And I would basically set it up and use that certificate to bolster your sales. Now, you don't have to do that. That's just a great idea to utilize this gift certificate if you want to also think another thought. If she doesn't have a birthday or she doesn't want to gift herself, you can have her earn 25 free. That's what you're doing. But she's going to say, I get $125 worth of Mary Kay for $100. And that's going to really give her that opportunity to assist you. So what I want to encourage all of you to really look at, who have you not reached out to ask to have as a hostess? And if you already asked them, ask them again. You know, I think when we started COVID, we learned one way of doing Facebook, and then things progressed, and then things progressed. And you know what? This new method, I'm going to give it a whirl. I've got 5 parties on my books, and I'm really excited that Dee took my challenge, and she had a party this week. And I just want to reach out. I want you to come on screen right now, because what did you gain from the experience of being my hostess, basically? Where are you? You have to...
Yeah, sorry. It was a lot of fun. I was able to and I'm sorry that it's not very bright in here. The connection, how much fun it was. And it was like having a co-pilot, where things just went smooth and you got to keep the vibe up, and it just made it more fun. There was more interaction, and you got to build each other up, and the other people got to build each other up in the party. So it kind of makes the energy, it lifts, and it was a lot of fun. And the best part is, like, they don't have to be at home, or they could have been mobile and doing other things and just being there live and interacting. So there were a lot of really cool things about it. And the best part, I want to say, other than connecting, being in my pajamas. I love the pajamas. When Andrea said that, I'm like, I'm game. I'm doing it.
Well, I want to say that a couple of things that I want to point out as you are working these systems. Let me go back for everybody. Okay, so a couple of things, and Dee did such a great job. Now, I was the only one on video. So I have had a couple of comments. If you love Zoom, if you really want everybody to be on Zoom, go for it. Don't change what you love or what's working. I decided to give this a whirl because some people are hesitant with Zoom. Some people have not used Zoom. And I'm going to do it where I'm the only one on camera. So that's what we did for Dee's party. But as you get your parties booked, then Mary Kay always taught us that a party worth booking is worth what? Coaching. And I really like how Jen Bessiker gave some simple ideas. Now, you need to watch that, first of all, but I'm just also going to throw in there, as I've been working, especially with Dee and some other consultants, utilizing this new approach, I do not want you to spend lots and lots of money on Section 2. So she does a booking gift for any person that says, yes, I will help Dee and be one of the hostesses. Okay. And I will help Dee get $25 in free Mary Kay for booking the party. So naturally, that gift was a little miniature lip gloss, and it's a $5 gift. That's great if you want to do that. I told Dee, why not pull out your whole compact of eyeshadows, and the booking gift is a free eyeshadow. You're giving product that you've already invested in that's helping you get closer to star. So I don't want you to always think that you can't change things to make it better for you. That would be something I would do if I've already invested in my product. I don't want to put more money in section 2. Okay. So now Dee has parties on her books, and we're really excited. So she's coaching hers, and I'm coaching mine. So what is coaching? So we made up a little checklist just to help remind you guys. And as I have a party this Friday, if you are going to be sending samples, you have to have a deadline for getting it in the mail. The only thing about having the samples is you have to have enough time. So my thought is, number one, never push back something that you could do now. So don't put all your eggs in the basket for customer appreciation night if you can appreciate them this week and have them be a hostess. And then, oh, by the way, we want to celebrate you at the customer appreciation night as our best hostess. You see, you try to work now, because then you can always add them and invite them later. So really working with urgency. If you don't have samples, what are you going to do? Fab 5. You're going to do Fab 10. You're going to improvise without necessarily having them have samples. You might be putting it on your own face. Okay, so somebody said yes. Now in the party, you can follow Jennifer's suggestions on how she actually monitors her Facebook. But I will tell you that announcing it in the Facebook group really is huge, because again, it's reinforcing that she committed, and it's reinforcing that she committed for Dee, okay, or for the hostess. You got it? And that's really, really huge. But the next thing that you're going to do, and I probably do need to have that sheet now. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you are immediately going to set up a private Facebook. It's actually a group, Joe, not a page. A private Facebook group with the hostess, and she can be an administrator. Now, she's really not going to post anything, but she's going to be inviting all of the people on her list. And I have been asking them to even just give her the RSVP with the phone number and the address so that we can move more quickly. But if you want to wait, and when they accept the Facebook invitation, then you can reach out and say, great, thanks for being in our group, and personal message them for the address and her phone number. That's fine if you want to do it that way. But I like to move a little bit more quickly. So I, of course, am getting that information as soon as she has her list together and she has personally invited. I'm going to stay with the first point, because I have told my hostess, in fact, what you're probably going to want to do, and let me just see if we can make this, we'll put this in the units in the next day or two, but you really want to have your system tight. So the scripts that I am talking about right now, you want to have them so easily accessible that you can send it right to her the moment she books. And that means that on your phone, if it were me, I would be saving it in notes. If you want to save it on your computer, that's fine. But I do like to have it so that I could just pull it immediately, copy, paste, send it in the Facebook Messenger or in a personal text, and thank her for being a hostess. This is what I want you to say. A lot of times the hostesses are going to, just like a regular party, you guys, the hostesses are going to make it or break it by saying, hey, do you want to come to this Mary Kay party? Or, hey, I'm doing a facelift party on Facebook, facelift on Facebook, and I couldn't imagine not having you be a part of the fun. Is there any reason why you wouldn't want to join? And if you RSVP, you can get a swag bag. How simple and fun is that? So having the right script is going to help your hostess. Why is this important? Every single person that is a potential hostess you are basically leading and developing them to be your next recruit. And I can tell you right now that in my journey, there are people who never ever went to a party, and they are the exception. They are killing it in Mary Kay, but they're the exception. Every time in my own career, I go back to, how did Joanna treat me? How did it work with me? And I think about being at that party and watching her. And so I want to encourage you to coach your hostess with success. And this, of course, is part of the way. So then, of course, PM the guests who joined. I like to ask them one question, maybe two at a time, not more than that, to keep that relationship, that chatter going. And I don't do tons all in one day. So for example, I had 2 people RSVP. And so the first thing, oh, how do you know Amy? That was my only question. And then I said, can I please, I guess there was 2, can I please have your address and your zip code? People were giving me addresses without zip codes. I'm like, address, zip code, and I already have their phone number. So then as soon as I found out how they know Amy, then I'm going to ask one other question. Well, what do you know of Mary Kay? So then I'm able just to be, it's a dinner party chatter. I don't want to seem overly enthusiastic, but you also don't want to bog somebody down with a whole paragraph. So you keep that relationship just going and find out a little bit about them. So you've created this Facebook group. Now I am actually launching the Facebook groups when I have at least 2 people join. So I don't start posting anything. I can welcome those new people that have accepted, but I don't really post anything until the new, I've got at least 2 people in the group. And then it says here, post every other day with how excited you are and asking fun questions to get guests engaged. One of the question was, if you could sing, or which song can you sing all the lyrics without cheating or something, all the lyrics, so we had some fun asking some questions there. Some other things you can always throw in there are things about the company. I think that that's nice to do before the party starts. Just a little bit about our foundation, a little bit about how our products are. We were the first to stop on animal testing. We were the first to initiate a texting 24/7 not text to love, whatever the love is texting support hotline. We were the company that is a top 5 global. So little things like this. And again, we actually have all of these things saved. If you don't already have sort of pictures to pull from, go into either the virtual Facebook, the virtual Drive PowerPoint slide. That's one way you can get some of these pictures. But quite honestly, if you go into the unit section, you're going to find a lot of this in our archives so that you can just pull some of those pictures. And I know that Christine is very good with the Hootsuite, and those are some pictures that give some statements about the company. Save those pictures because you could use them in your Facebook group. Okay, so you got some guest lists and you want to go ahead and send those goodie bags if you're going to do this. I will tell you that the company understands the importance of samples, and they are working really, really hard to have samples of everything. So make sure that you invest in those samples if you are choosing to do that. If they're local, you can put a little tray together and deliver the tray before they go out. Like I said, if you do not want to use samples, don't use them. It's all a personal preference. So you've sent it out. You have had personal chatter, not in the group, but a private message either through Facebook or in a text, getting to know the ladies. And then of course, you want to send a group text to remind the guests of the party. You can do a post in Facebook, but also do a little personal Facebook Messenger. That helps because they may not have the notifications on, and that's something that you can add in your post just so everybody understands how to see what's new. I always have turn on your notifications for this party for Amy or the hostess. Okay, now 30 minutes beforehand. That's where you want to send a reminder about the party, and maybe have them, you can always do an on-time drawing if you want to give something away. So that is a personal choice. But again, what Jennifer Bessaker was sharing in the video, and I think this is really simple. Sorry, I don't have it in front of me, but when they complete their tic-tac-toe board and they turn it into you within 30 minutes of the close. So this was really important. As I was finishing the party, I said, okay, guys, it's 10 minutes. It was 10 before 10. I think that was the time it was. I said, okay, you guys have till 10:20 to turn in your form to me. You can post it below or just PM message me. And I even gave my cell phone. And that is really great because then you, as Jennifer Bessaker teaches, she said, oh, then I'll let you know. And then I immediately will tell you what you won. And so then she responds and says, you get a, I think she has a one item discount. I think she did today only. You get one item and she gave a discount. I think she gave a 50% discount on one item. You can do what you choose, or if you want to do a specific dollar amount for being on the party, whatever you want to do. So that's when within 30 minutes of her turning that in, you can immediately reward her. But now follow up with each guest within 4 hours of the party close to get your order and to set up follow up with friends. Write a personal thank you note. So let me go back to that. So the party ends. You've gotten all the people that are really responsive. That doesn't mean that all the other people aren't even checking it out or aren't responsive. So that's where a post, and this is all explained in the video, a post such as, oh my gosh, this is how much you've helped Amy earn for free. Who else is going to be one of the hostesses? You have until, and then she gives a couple of days to keep the party open for people who actually weren't able to make the live. So you still can be utilizing those comments. You can be building upon those relationships. If you see a comment come in from somebody who wasn't on live, then go, oh my gosh, Veronica, I'm so excited to meet you. How do you know Amy? So now I'm building a relationship. I saw her comment. She's checking it out. I can still turn it into a party and help the hostess. I really like how Jennifer Bessaker has booking gifts. So just for booking, even if nobody shows up, this is your gift. So again, she's giving the lip glosses. I'm recommending that Dee give an eyeshadow for $8, which is only costing you $4, and you've already invested in it. So then when they hold their party and they have at least 5 people in that Facebook group, then the hostess gets $25 in spending from my store. So I'm able to say, oh my gosh, who else is going to help Amy get another $25 in free Mary Kay? So people do that for their friends. And I believe truly, sometimes we want to do it. We might be a little scared. We might be a little hesitant, but we'll do it when somebody asks us and it's for a good cause. And I really think that from that, blessings do come. Sometimes the things I didn't really want to do, but I did it because somebody asked me to do, were the best experiences of my life. Now, the personal thank you note, I truly believe that this is what sets us apart. You guys are so good. I mean, it's so fun to hear, all of Christine said, oh, I made a mistake. I'm going to correct it. I teach you, and Joanna and I have taught you guys to be the epitome of excellence. And you all know, Mary Kay said that written word is so powerful. So get your postcards ready before the party and thank them for being on live. Thank them. If you don't have the right words, I actually have a little book. I keep just phrases that I like, phrases that I feel I really would be touched if I received that from somebody else. And that way, I'm not always saying the same thing, but it gives me that energy as I'm writing, and they can feel the appreciation that maybe other people don't do. So it sets us apart as why we are truly an organization of excellence. And of course, I think we probably will end up having our hostess, the best hostess celebrated the night of March 8th, but we're going to let you know what we're going to give away that night. I truly want to celebrate anyone who is a hostess, but really all of our customers that are on, we will celebrate, and we're going to have a lot of fun that night with some games. Now, Joanna had put down here, invite 20 people to your March 8th. I really think that out of your list of people that you want to invite on March 8th, why not also start by inviting them to be one of your hostesses? Share with them how you're really committed to taking your business to the next level, and you'd love to have their support and practice a little bit. And is there any reason why they couldn't be one of your hostesses? You will earn a $125 gift certificate for only $100 when you are one of my February or early March Facebook hostesses. And just take it from there. Some people are going to say, yeah, maybe next month. That's okay. Look, put them on the calendar for next month. But the hardest part is really asking. Wouldn't y'all agree? It's not as scary, but the hardest part is, oh my gosh, how did I do? Did I actually get it out of my mouth without, verbal vomit? And I think that once you can say like, okay, I did it, I can do the next one. And then you start to become much more confident each step of the way. Okay, Joe, how you doing? Well, you're muted.
See, I'm the worst one at that kind of stuff. So we wanted to show you guys a video, but I really want to challenge you guys to start contacting all of your customers now, or potential customers, and make it a perk that if they're a customer or they're a hostess, or however you want to, call it, that they will be invited, a VIP invitation to your customer appreciation night. And just say, I'm going to show you off to my director. I want to show you off to my Mary Kay girlfriends. I really would love, and I know I don't want to be a stickler about this, but I would love it if you guys would all be in your beauty coats or your red jackets, if you're a red jacket, and just looking sharp as y'all always do. And then the next week we'll give you the week off and you can wear your t-shirts. So I know, and Joan's at work. She's like, I have no choice. I'm in scrubs, and that's okay. But, if there's any possible way, throw on a beauty coat or throw on your red jacket once you're qualified for that. I know you're all going to be in your red jackets, so I'm not even going to worry about that. Okay, so I just want to challenge you guys to each have confirmed at least 20 people on. So Andrea, we wanted to show everybody a video, but we're running like right on time right now. So do you want to just do a link to that video on the?
No, we'll do another time. Let's just close with some thoughts. Anything that tonight helped, or there might be something else. That's what I meant to do in the very beginning. What else you might feel right now in your business you need a little bit more assistance, or any comments about tonight. So before we close, we want to make sure that you are getting everything out of this hour, and that we can just really promote or celebrate you going forward for the week.
Well, the first thing I want to say is, in Joanna's world, there are 29 days in February, but the last day of the month is February 28th. I don't know why I keep putting the 29th, but I even fixed it today and I fixed it wrong. So I own that. But yes, so the last day of the month is a week from yesterday. So just make sure you finish on Sunday. So thank you, Jamie, for that help. I'm calendar challenged, but we want to know what you guys want to make this experience better. And when I attended Elevation Church in the Carolinas, when we had that 9-month bridge, when we lived in the Charlotte area, we attended Elevation Church, and they don't call it services, they call it an experience. And we really want this to be an experience for you guys. We want you to interact. We want you to be part of it. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your crows. That's why we want to do the videos, because I want you guys to practice it. To me, practicing is how you get good at stuff. But what are some other things? And yes, Dee, I already saw you're going to do a video. I'm excited about that. So that's going to be awesome. But, you know, what else do you guys want to hear that we can do some research and do some training on? Go ahead,
Amy.
I just want to say, like, this kind of hit me this week, and I love you guys. You always do a great job. But I think it's important for everybody on this call to realize that there's no secret ingredient. Do you know what I mean? It's like there is no secret ingredient. It is just us being ourselves with our customers and meeting their needs and answering their questions in our own way. Just like Jennifer Bisecker said on her video. So, you know, some of us bring polish, some of us bring raw, some of us bring ingredients all into the mix for sales. So I think it's important just to remind everybody not to be afraid to just be you. Just study your products, love your company, but be you. I think we need to say that too.
I love it.
Sorry.
That's great.
Jamie.
Go ahead, Jamie.
When you were talking about how we feel like we blessed somebody this past week, yesterday, whenever I was calling all the birthday girls, I told them that I just needed to hear a voice, that I'm sick of digital. I'm sick of all that. I'm tired of texting. I just wanted to hear your voice. And I wanted to know how you were and all of that. And they really appreciated it. I mean, one lady said, I have just been so bored. I think I'm going to die. And I said, well, you know, I just wanted to hear your voice. It's been so long since I've been in a house. I've been with my customers. And I miss you so bad. And they really appreciated that. And some ended up purchasing, and other ones was just like, thanks for checking on me.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Thanks. Thank you, Jamie. All right. Anybody else?
Well, if y'all think of things, be sure to text us or Voxer us. That's the best way to reach Andrea and I. And then I also really want to reiterate, you guys contact us and tell us, yes, I will do a quick 1-minute video of a product and play with it, have fun with it. I was just thinking I should show the video of me doing the repair, but I don't think I could find it fast enough, but I'll show it next week. It'll be funny. So it's, you know, I have the box in front of my face and I'm like, you just have fun with it. You have fun with it. All right, you guys. So how many people are you going to focus on contacting to make sure that they're confirmed for March 8th? How many?
20.
That's right, 20. Okay, there's power in numbers. Okay, you guys. Well, those of you who watch this recording later on, thank you so much for your commitment to excellence. But I just want to give a shout out to everybody who was on live. And thank you so much for your commitment to excellence and being alive. All right, on 3, we're all going to say bye, y'all. 1, 2, 3.
Bye, y'all.